I'm in your house for the minute.
Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, smash the like button up, hit the sub button up, turn on the post notifications on so you don't miss an upload or a live stream on John by Ron's. What you saying, bro?
Big up. First of all, I want to apologize to the people. Our Thursday show didn't run because my laptop decided to just fail on me. But no, big up. Great weekend for you. The most embarrassing weekend for me. But you lot smashed the
No. Hold on. I have to correct you. Ron. Great week. An unbelievable week, in fact. I don't know where to start. I've done a video on it, how good of the week was. Chelsea, you, and City all lost in the Champions League. And then you all didn't win on the weekend as well.
Yeah, crazy,
pal. Yeah, we have to respect the ball guys. We're going to be cooking that fraudulent football club, by the way, because they've been found guilty for cheating. They haven't got punished enough. For me, they should lose all their league titles that they won in that period and their Champions Leagues. And I should be my 5 league titles in a row, 21 times, all that stuff, 14 Premier League titles.
You know, this sets a bad precedent, you know, because LB actually just said it. It's a bit ironic because of these Sport City, but it's like clubs can just say, yeah, sorry, we did this, and then it's fine. Because no more clubs might start doing this.
They should have a transfer ban at least. I can't believe it.
And you know their transfer ban.
I thought they did. It said it's suspended. I thought suspended. This is how dumb I am. I thought suspended meant it for 2 years it's on hold, and then you get the 1 year ban. So you have 2 year notice of your transfer ban. They've got a 2 year suspended. They basically just got away with it.
It means to
10 million pounds to Chelsea football clubs. Nothing. They spent 30 million on Dalap. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like suspended is basically when something's first agreed and then they basically go back on it, bro. But it's just mad. But mad news for them. Reece James up for 8 weeks. That could even that could even be his World Cup place. He'll still go, but he won't be fully fit. Because wait, 8 weeks. No.
But you know, with Reece James, he's one of those players, and hamstring injuries. He's always had that. He's one of those players. He could have an injury, and then it could end up being 8 weeks, but then it could end up being again. He comes back and he's injured again. He come back and he's injured again. You don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're not even transfer banned. They're not even They got an academy transfer ban. I'm sure. I bet they're devastated for 9 months. Yeah, it's a disgrace, man. They should be stripped of all their titles. However, they do still have though the FA. Are also going to punish them. So the FA also get a chance to say something.
They got separate,
But, bruv, I'm not being funny. Yeah, you know that everyone, a lot of the terrible football clubs, the Forest, the Villas, the Evertons, and that they did a whole Big Six cartel. Yeah. This type of stuff does prove that conspiracy theory because Everton did get the points deduction for doing worse than what they did. For doing less than what they did.
Points deduction as well.
That's what I'm saying. And Everton admitted their guilt. As well. So they still got a points deduction. So for me, if Chelsea got 10 points deduction, I'd at least hear it because that will push them back a year because they ain't going to get Champions League football if they've got a 10-point deduction. You know what I'm saying? But now...
Wait, didn't Leicester get a points deduction in the Prem and Championship?
Yeah, they got one this season as well. They're financially... They're in ruins, mate. They're in ruins. They're in financially ruins.
Yeah.
But what Chelsea's done worse. Like Chelsea have bro, listen to these players that they've had bookie deals with because Ben Jacobs exposed the list. Yeah, we're going to call it the Chelsea files, right? Eden Hazard, Samuel Eto'o, Willian, David Luiz, Ramirez, Andre Schürrle, Nemanja Matic, Pete Devizza, and Frank Arneson. All those players they signed have been players that they've dodgy dealings. Hazard wanted to join United. They decided to pay his agent £30 million in a truck to get him the deal done. He won them 2 league titles. They should have their title stripped off them. Should do. For me,
that's actually mad, you know. But I was going to say quickly, the chat. I might have to go back and watch it. I don't even know what channel it was on. You and Paz had a good back and forth.
When? We didn't. I don't know. I don't know what M6 is on about.
So said Paz. I think the Arsenal fan Paz cooked you or something.
No, me and Paz were on Judge Mo's channel cooking the Liverpool fans. I don't think.
Sorry, I read it wrong.
No, but he's put it that in that same thing, but he hasn't cooked me. Me and Paz were cooking the Liverpool fans. We're also cooking the Liverpool fans. We're starting a new agenda about Ekitike because there's this thing. There's flirting harassment memes. Ekitike 11 Premier League goals and Gyökeres has got 11 Premier League goals, but it's flirting versus harassment. But Ekitike, he links play guys. He doesn't even link play that well, by the way, but he links play guys.
No,
I'm saying
touchline. he did. He was linking. Now he's not. I'd admit. Right now, we're gonna get into it in detail anyway. But bro, and the thing is, I should be at the Galatasaray game. In fact, no, I will be at the Galatasaray game. But I'm even considering that I even want to go because you said it, and my boy said it. Our record, since 2009 is crazy. And you know, the last 16 round, the round of 16 we did win was against Leipzig in Budapest. It wasn't even at Anfield. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said I'm never a foul. You've only won one Champions League knockout game at Anfield since Barcelona, and that was against Villarreal. Crazy, isn't it?
What, knockout in general or round of 16?
No, knockouts in general. And Villarreal. When you got to the final, you played Inter, you lost to them at Anfield, and then when you played Benfica, you drew to them at Anfield. Remember, I think Darwin Núñez scored like 6 offside goals.
We beat them away. Yeah, because we beat them away.
You don't really.
Madrid have snapped us. I think we drew to them.
But Anfield's got heritage, lads. You don't want to meet Liverpool and a European night at Anfield.
This looks spooky now, man. This actually looks spooky because what I will say, I know it's cliche. Yeah, whoever gets the first goal goes through. I think if Galatasaray score first, I think they'll go through. I think if we score first, I think the floodgates could open. As much as we're not playing well, we're stinky. I don't even know the metrics touchdown, but I think we're the worst from open play. I genuinely think we're one of the worst from open play. And the thing is, Don just questioned me. He's like, "Oh, you're a hypocrite. Like you're flip flopping."
Yeah, I watched a bit of that show. I'm still continuing to watch it because I know I'm on the bit where I think Don is doing the whole who would keep from Chelsea and who would sell from Chelsea.
Well, he contradicts himself so much, but he made a good point. With me, I can take accountability. He said, "But." Last time you said, "Oh, you're definitely going to get top 5." Now you're saying you might not. But the difference is, and you could probably agree with this, the time I said that, Ekitike was getting braces against Wolves and Newcastle. Wirtz had that little run where he got like 4 GA in like 5 games. The individual brilliance is even dried up now. So Szoboszlai with a poor free kick, and let's be honest, if Tottenham had a better keeper, if that's Lemons or Raya or Donnarumma, they saved that. They probably even catch that free kick. So that wasn't a good free kick, but Vicario's just a shit keeper. End of the day,
he's terrible.
We were
poor. Terrible.
We were poor, bro. But I think we get the job done against Galatasaray. I'll probably go for a 3-1 win. I just think we turn it on for some weird reason, but we are poor. You know what, I don't even have energy for Slot anymore. We know what he is. He's slow hanging fruit. It's the board now. The fact he's still here. It's now the board. He's not going to sack himself. He's not going to say.
But why does everyone just blame the manager rather than players?
No, it's players as well. I'll get on to players. Players as well because Slot doesn't make Ekitike not pass to Salah and Szoboszlai who in acres of space.
No, because what I don't get is when they win games, it's always the players. Oh, the players won us the game. But then when you lose the game, it's all on the manager. That makes sense.
No, I hear that. For me, that's why I was going to come into the stream and mainly speak about the players because
Salah, 2 wins. Sorry. Yeah, I wondered who they beat. Sorry, Karen. I wondered who they beat that year.
No. Baran. I just said it earlier. Touchline's still right because that 2-0 win against Leipzig, check it was in Budapest. It weren't at Anfield. Remember, because it was during the COVID thing, it couldn't be at Anfield. Go check it. It was in Hungary. We beat them. It wasn't at Anfield.
Wait, why did you play them at what? So you played them at neutral ground, home and away?
Yeah, I think it was in Budapest both years.
Because then you played Madrid. I remember you played Madrid after in the quarters and they beat you, that year.
Beat us, yeah.
Vinicius scored that day, and I think they beat you 3-1 at the Bernabeu.
No, that's the season.
Well, not the Bernabeu. It wasn't the Bernabeu. It was the other stadium Madrid were at because Madrid were building the bit. The Bernabeu was getting.
They were renovating because that year. Remember, it wasn't double legged. It was just 1 leg per round. I think. No.
That year it was 2 legs, but you might be right. I don't know. If you're going up.
It was definitely Budapest. Baron can even vouch for me now. When he checks the game, it was in Budapest. I remember it being in
Budapest. Right now.
It got moved, but we beat them in Budapest. That was a 2-0 win. But touchdown's footed in a Chelsea.
Just ignore him, bro. He's done it. Hold on. Yeah, I can't lie.
What you said
might be Anfield. No, that might not be Anfield. You might be right, Anfield.
It's not Anfield. I remember the game.
You're playing the red kit. That don't look like Anfield. That ain't Anfield. Yeah, you're right. You're actually bang on. Because I was wondering, I was like, who? Because I don't know who you played that year. And I was like, did they beat someone? Because they got to the quarterfinal that year. Did they beat someone?
That's when Vinny just took Trent to the cleaners.
I remember. There's always that. I think it was Robertson stamped on one of the Madrid players' foot. I think it might have been Benzema. and then Casemiro just clamped him straight away. Casemiro clamped him straight after it. Do you know what I'm saying? Just clamped him. Yeah, it was in Budapest. All right, Fairs. Yeah, give Slot a 5-year contract. I don't blame Slot for Wirtz flopping. We're supposed to believe this Wirtz guy's been good. He's been crap. He's the most bang overrated, but he is a flop. Like the minute so far, he's a flop. 115 million. He's done nowhere near enough. And for me, I said though already when I watched him, I just don't see I don't actually see a good footballer there. I don't see anything that I go, wow, he's a top player. And Baron called it in the summer. Baron said, I don't know why he said it, but he said he's Bruno Fernandes, the German version. Well, we ain't nowhere near Bruno Fernandes. Let's have that right. He's nowhere near his levels. He couldn't lace Bruno's boots. But for me, I just don't see it.
But do you know what, right? I'm glad you said so far because I'll be the first to tell you, Touch. I'm not like some of these deluded Liverpool fans that will still have be optimistic when their stuff staring you in the face. But Ekitike and Wirtz have been poor. But now let me ask you this, Touchdown. Do you think, there's sometimes second season, that first season could be a bit so by the way, I'm not excusing him. 160 million, you don't have no bedding in period. You're supposed to hit the ground running. But do you think it will continue like this? Because I've always said good players.
I see him get better. I see him get a little bit better in terms of
not
numbers.
To the levels what we paid for him.
No chance. He ain't got that ability, bro. He ain't that good.
I
never watched him in the Bundesliga. I just saw clips of him skipping past 4 players and stuff like that. That shows how arse that league is, by the way. But also,
I didn't watch Wirtz in the thing, but this is what I will say, because obviously he plays for my club. I've watched him enough now. I think him and Ekitike will become the players we think they'll come. Like, I'm not going to write him off over one season. What I won't do, though, is excuse. There's some Liverpool fans saying let him bed in. You can't do that because we didn't have this energy for when United were making expensive signings, when Chelsea was making expensive signings. So we can't be hypocrites in the sense. But Ekitike and Wirtz need to step up 100%. You know what? When Salah actually came on, I'm very opinionated on Salah. Yeah, I think he did well. But I've been saying for weeks, make him.
Do you remember when we signed Anthony and people were saying he had like first season he was like he scored a few big goals, a few big moments, but people were saying the second season's when I said I don't see it. I said he's shit. I said I don't see it. I said from the first not 4 or 5, maybe the first like 10, 15 games of watching him, I said I don't actually see anything there with him. I don't rate him at all. And that's the same with Wirtz. I don't actually see him going at levels. He's obviously a better player than Anthony, but I don't see it. I think he's decent at passing. That's about it. I don't think his physicality is good enough for the Prem. I don't think
that can improve though. That can improve. That's what I.
No, but for me, he doesn't have power, pace to skip past a man. And his technical dribbling is not that great anyway. So he doesn't have both of them things. So he can't beat a man, which is why I don't understand why he plays left wing.
This is where I disagree. I think in tight areas it is because I've seen him weave in and out plays in the box. But if you mean like over yards, like 20, 30 yards, I agree with you. Because I've seen him try and start a run and carry the ball. That's it. He's not the greatest ball carrier over like, let's say 20, 30 yards. But in the box, that Sunderland was the perfect game, right? We just weren't clinical enough. He was weaving in and out of their plays like they weren't even there. So I think in tight areas across like 5 or 10 yard bursts, he's decent. But look, I'm not going to come here and make excuses for him. End of the day, we paid 160 million for you. Don't get twisted. I'd say his first month or so, I was like, I'm not going to go in on him too much. But when it got to about October, November, I couldn't keep making excuses for him. But them two need to step up. Because if we're to do anything against Galatasaray, they're going to have to step up. But Ekitike,
I'd be seriously worried, by the way, if I was you, for that Galatasaray game. I'd be seriously worried.
I said, I don't want to say the cliche sayings, but I genuinely think this is my opinion. Touchdown. If we score first, I think it ends 3-1. Galatasaray will score. If they score first, I think it ends 1-1. I don't think we have that mental fortitude to go on and win the game, going a goal behind. Because in theory, they'll be 2-0 up. Do you know what I mean? We would have to then go on. But I think if we score first touchdown, if there's anything about us, so look, I know, like you said, since Barca, we've not the famous Anfield European night. It's not really been there. But I do think we'll turn it on. I think it could be a bit too much for him because I think Yilmaz might.
Do you want to, though? Do you want to play PSG in the quarterfinal? Because I think PSG could literally turn you in inside out.
Touchdown, you'll never hear me on here saying I don't want Liverpool to win a game. Of course, I want to play PSG. Even if it means you get embarrassed, I want to get to the quarters. But because I still want to be in cup competition. But you're right. Do I see us getting far? Remember, I said to you a few weeks ago, I think we can beat PSG and we'll play versus Bayern in the semi.
I thought the Chelsea would be in the quarters, but they got slapped. And I think PSG, the fact way they dealt with Chelsea.
Did you watch that game though? You know it wasn't a 5-2.
I don't know what's on for it.
Do you think it was a 5-2 game?
No, but then that's what happens when you have some of the best footballers in the world.
True. And Champions League's about moments. It literally
is about but Chelsea deserve what they got, because ultimately, why are you going to PSG away trying to play it from the back with a new goalkeeper as well? It's stupid. I honestly don't understand what happened to football. What happened to just going trying to stink out a 1-1 draw or 1-0 win or 0-0 or something like that away from home, or even a 2-1 loss, rather than consistently trying to take the game to. They got slapped. They got everything they deserved.
Do you know?
I don't think Chelsea played that well, though. I thought Enzo played well. That's about it in that game.
Do you know what I've realised as well, touching here? I hate this saying, no keeper in the world saves that. You know, Kvaratskhelia's first goal, because it's so amazing, it looks like no keeper saved that. I guarantee you, Donnarumma saves that. I think David Raya saves that. Alisson saved the shot. Actually, when we played him last year, it probably wasn't hit with that much power. Let me not be shameless here. But I'm sorry, better keepers save that. I'm not taking anything away from the strike from Kvaratskhelia because it was a class goal, but I hate the straight. Do you remember Rutter's shot against Arsenal the other day, where Ryan makes the mad save and he tips it over the bar?
No, I didn't watch that game. We were playing at the same time, innit?
Yeah, she was. It was 3 p.m. Put it like this, touchline here. If that goes in, I know what the narrative will be. No keeper in the world saving that. But like when you see a keeper make, you know the amount of times David De Gea made mad saves for you lot.
Oh,
but
yeah.
If he let it in, the excuse would have been, no keeper saving that. No. Top keepers will pick the ball out of the net and make audacious saves, bro. We saw Petr Cech do it in his pomp. Alisson did it in his pomp. De Gea, listen, as much as I hate your club, I despise your club. I think De Gea is one of the most underrated keepers.
Shot stopping wise, he's the best I've ever seen in my life.
I wouldn't say that's a crazy thing. I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's up there.
Some people say Buffon. Some people say Buffon.
I wasn't old enough to see Buffon in his prime.
As I'm saying, I wasn't old enough to see Buffon anyways. But for me, shot stopping wise,
Manuel Neuer for a period for Bayern. I think you don't remember when he's come. You're good with your history. Remember 2011 semi-final? He's come to Old Trafford in that Schalke team.
No, it was 09. It was 09. It was 09. It wasn't 2011. I'm sure it was 09. We slapped him in 09. We beat him 4-0 in 09. I'm sure we did.
No, but Neuer. So you played them twice. I mean the team with
Neuer.
Because remember you played them semi-final 2011 because you had the Aeon kit with the white collar. Check it. Neuer came to you 2011.
You might be right. I know we played him in the semi-final in 09, but I don't think he was there in 2011.
Are you sure it went to semi-final in 2011? Because I remember it was a big thing. First German team outside of Dortmund and
Bayern.
It was 2011. Check it. Because Neuer.
We played them in 2011. No, you are bang on. Yeah, no, sorry, we did, and we slapped them. I remember now. Right, yeah. I remember because I've watched this back. Yeah, we did. I don't think it was a semi-final. You're right. Played them both times semi-finals. Right.
Do you know? I remember it touchline?
No. Hold on. 09, we did play them in the semi-final as well, didn't we? I'm sure we did.
How can you forget? It was Arsenal. Remember the free kick, Armenia, Ronaldo.
Why did I think it was 09 that we played them in the semis?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, no, of course because we beat them 4-0. I remember. I beat them 4-0. I thought it was 09 and we beat them in the semis. We beat them 4-0.
You know why that's poor from you? Because you're literally the facts guy. So that
I know. I got confused. Obviously, I was only like 3 years old, but
yeah,
I remember we beat them 4-0. I know we beat them 4-0 in Old Trafford. We slapped them, but I thought that was 09.
So basically,
but 09 we beat Arsenal 3-0. You're right. 09 we beat Arsenal with the Ronaldo free kick. Which, by the way, just off the topic, obviously there's that mad thing going on Twitter right now about who's more iconic, Man United or Chelsea or Liverpool for the most iconic English team in the Champions League. And you could just name so many iconic moments from Man United. Yeah, I'm saying that.
You could genuinely do the same.
Name one other than Barca and Istanbul. And Istanbul isn't an iconic moment; it's an iconic game.
Iconic moment. Olympiacos
didn't actually win the game in like normal thing. You had to win it on penalties, so it's not really an iconic moment. It's an iconic game.
I can agree with that. Cool. Olympiacos, that same campaign, had to beat them by 2 clear goals, I believe. Gerrard last minute. I would say Lewis got. You know what? Most of our
wasn't that a qualifier?
No, group stage game. Had to beat them. That was a group. They had Rivaldo was aging, to be fair. Did they have Roy Mackay? I think Roy had Roy Mackay left Bayern at that. I think that, but Roy Mackay and Rivaldo, if I'm being honest, they were starting to age a bit in 2005. But that was a group stage game.
Adrian was in goal, wasn't he, that day? I'm sure he was. I'm sure Adrian was in goal.
It might have been. You know what? I try not to think. I actually don't know. I try not to think.
I'm sure it was Adrian, but Van Dijk did start.
Wait, let me actually. That's a good question you asked. For me, Luis Garcia against Juve, that Nedved Trezeguet, that mad Juve team.
Does anyone know these moments, by the way? Because I don't. I only know Gerard Olympiakos. I know Trent corner taken quickly. Istanbul. I'm not. I can't. I'm not counting that Tottenham game because that was not iconic. That's just a Champions League win.
Yeah, you could say Liverpool at Allianz because Bayern. We were better than them, but Bayern were good in that season. Mane's goal. You know what? Let me name yours, and I'll think of.
Bro, I can name you bare 7-1 against Roma. We slapped them up. We would lost their first leg, by the way. Ronaldo's header against Roma. You've seen Ronaldo's header against Roma where he runs into from the halfway line. Yeah, Ronaldo against Porto. Ronaldo against Chelsea. Oh, no, Ronaldo against Chelsea. I will say, to be fair, just, you know, they are saying Chelsea as well are involved in this. I don't know why, but I will say, you know, the most iconic moment in our history is John Terry's slip. That was a great slip, to be fair. So that I do have to take my hat off for that, for Chelsea, that one. So that one was great. So obviously Solskjaer's won it in the last minute.
That's for me, that's your number one, obviously. And
I'm saying.
Wait, was that your last game to win the treble, or did you have
that was the final? We were losing 1-0 in the 89th minute, and we scored 2 goals in the last minute.
No. But I'm saying, was that the third trophy, or did you have to play the FA Cup after that?
No. I'm sure it would have been. It's always the FA Cup's always before the Champions League. No, I'm sure. Because I think Bayern were on the course for a treble as well. I'm sure it was.
Had you won the league yet? So basically, with this,
we already won the league. We won the league already. Yeah, we won the league already.
Oh, so
I'm sure.
You know what? When it comes to iconic moments, remember, obviously, I'm only
Scholes versus Barca.
Yeah, quality goal.
Rashford versus PSG.
You might have had even though we won it more, you might have had more. Because I can only speak from 2004 onwards. I don't remember.
We can only speak from the modern day because that's the moments that I'm remembered. Like no one really remembers Liverpool's Champions League wins that they won 60 years ago, bro.
Actually, I'll name a few. How dare I? And this is iconic because of what happened around it. Craig Bellamy's golf swing celebration. Him and Risa. Craig Bellamy was going to break into Risa's changing room with a golf stick, and he was going to injure him before the game. They had a big bust up. Because Craig Bellamy tried to embarrass Risa the night before because the players were doing karaoke. So we won at the Camp Nou. By the way, Barca were winning. I think Barca won the first leg at Anfield 1-0. So I'd say.
No. He's named 2 moments in the same game. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
No, let me actually go through mine. Yeah, corner taken quickly. I would say. You could say ghost goal. Have you realized Chelsea have been in the receiving end of a lot of ours, but ghost goal.
Yeah, you lot had a little bit of a rivalry, didn't you, in the Champions League?
We played them throughout our 5 seasons. We knocked them out in 2005 and 2007. They knocked us out 2008 and 2009. But I would say, beating away at Nou Camp, the goal swing celebration, Craig Bellamy, the ghost goal,
and Barca knocked you out in 06, innit?
Benfica knocked us out in 06.
I swear you played Barca that year.
No, maybe in a group stage we might have. But Benfica knocked us out round of 16. I remember. They knocked us out. They had I'm trying to think. To corner taken quickly. Origi.
No, it was 06, 07. Sorry, you beat them. Never mind. You beat them. I'm waffling.
Yeah. Do you know what touchdown? I might actually give you that. You know, you might have
Ronaldo Arsenal, Rooney debut hat trick.
Well, yeah, Fenerbahce, innit? The hat trick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what? I'll give you that. You might have slightly more, but we do have iconic moments as well.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. We've got the most iconic moments in English football Champions League, like genuinely. The only reason why it's not people will dismiss it is because of Barcelona beating us twice.
Yeah,
if Barcelona didn't beat us, and we won those 2 Champions Leagues and we had 5 Champions Leagues and 4 in the modern day, it wouldn't even be a discussion.
Oh, do you know what? Sorry. I'm reminding myself. Salah Salah's celebration at the Etihad. Do you know what? We actually got fortunate that game. If there was VAR, I think it was Sterling or Sane's goal should have stood. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Salah doing that to the Man City crowd, that's iconic. Because even now, people got that. Not even just Liverpool fans, just football fans. They have that printed on tops. You've got a few more. I'll give you that though. We've got many, but when I deep it, you've probably got a few more. Besiktas 8-0 when we have Peter Crouch's bicycle kick. We've got a few.
The thing is, your name moments. I don't even know these moments existed. I didn't even know you beat Besiktas 8-0. I didn't even know about Peter Crouch. Do you know what I'm saying? I knew Peter Crouch, but I didn't know about that goal.
But that's the thing, because you're a United fan, that you would obviously do more research on your club's history. But the thing is, when I was at 8 or 9, I remember these that in the late 2000s beat Besiktas 8-0. Steven Gerrard at Marseille away. That was a good Marseille team as well.
We beat AC Milan 4-0. I know it's an iconic game, but still beat them 4-0, slapped him up. Got, I think, the round of 16 or quarter final was one of them.
Yeah, wait, but then I remember
we might have lost the first leg that
I think he made Ever and Heinz do bumper cars. Kaka, I think he got his revenge, came back, and he terrorized.
No. That was, we beat them that day when Kaka did that. We beat them that day. Beat them 3-2, and then they beat us the second leg. They slapped us 3-0. That was 06-07 when he won the Ballon d'Or.
Yes,
he was already at Madrid at that point when we beat him 4-0.
Oh, fair. I got the years.
We played them 9-10.
You know when they knocked you out 2007? Was that semi-final or quarters?
That was semi. That's what I'm saying. We were on course for a quad. A treble again, and we lost.
So we could have played you in the final.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't know that. All right. Oh no! I swear that if we beat you in the final,
I think you might have got this. I think you might have got this wrong again. I think Barca.
I've done my research on this, bro. We played them in a semi-final, and we played them in a semi. We beat them in the first leg. Kaka spun up Ever and that.
Are you sure it weren't quarters, bro, in 2007? Are you sure? Bro. Because we played Chelsea. I swear AC Milan played someone else in the semis. That could have been a United Liverpool. You would have beat us as well, I'm not going to lie.
We would have slapped you up as well, bro.
We had Crouch and Jarrett. What I would
say, that 06-07 team was ridiculous.
You wouldn't have slapped us.
It's a semi-final in the chat. It was a semi-final, I know it was. And they beat us. They beat us 3-0 in the second leg.
That final would have been a stinking 1-0 or 2-1 to United if you played us. You wouldn't have slapped us.
I would take any moment, bro. I would have took anything. If we beat you in a Champions League final, I will never, ever live it down, pal. Imagine how annoying I am against Chelsea fans, and I tell them we beat them.
Yeah, I'll be real touched out. Yeah, if Benitez was the master of. People get onto Arteta right now. Benitez for us, defensive masterclass all the time, bro. Jose Mourinho, Fergie, all of you lot hated to play him in that era, and we weren't even that good in that era, but we just knew how to stifle teams. I remember Chelsea when we stopped Chelsea's 4-year unbeaten streak when Alonso scored the deflected goal. Chelsea fans will tell you they were all over us that game, but we just stunk. Once Alonso scored, we shut up shop. We stunk it up. In fact, it's doing the rounds now. Carragher has an interview after the game. He's like, "Oh, it was a tough win." And they were like, "Do you think you can go on to win the title?" It's like, "Oh, it's still a long." I think because that was in October that year. United are still good. Chelsea is still in it, but yeah, they were a mad team. They were a mad team. Yeah, you know what? Dumping out the Invincible at Highbury was iconic because they were better.
They've got iconic moments as well. Chelsea, like the Drogba header won that, bruv. But ultimately, your most iconic moment, your most memorable moment is when handed Ronaldo his first ever Champions League. That'll be your most ever iconic moment, mate.
Do you know how deep City and Arsenal don't really have iconic moments?
Rodri's one really iconic. Does anyone really care about it?
No, let me tell you why.
By the way, I've just had an argument with my City mate. He's trying to say they had a harder run-in than our treble win. Yeah, do you know who we played in the Champions League in the treble season? Bayern and Barca, who had Romero and all that shit, bruv. We then played Juventus in the semis, Inter in, I think, the round of 16. I can't remember.
Zidane was at Juve then, innit?
Zidane was at Juve. He's the Ballon d'Or winner, right? Yeah. And then we had Bayern in the final again. They had a washed Bayern who had Tuchel, who barely they won the league, member because Dortmund bottled in the last day. They were shit that year.
Yes.
And they had Madrid, who was washed that year as well, right? But fair enough, it's Real Madrid. I hear it. They slapped up Real Madrid 4-0. That is quite iconic, to be fair, beating Real Madrid 4-0, right? They had a Leipzig in the round of 16, and then they had the final against an Italian side who had Mkhitaryan, Chanaloglu, Lukaku, and yeah, I'm saying, come on, mate, behave.
Do you know what? Do you know what I'd say though? Yeah, Arsenal would say they're iconic. I know they've not won it, but they'll say Declan Rice's free kick. They were iconic though, both of them.
Arshavin's banger against
Barca, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know what?
Got knocked out next round, the same round.
Rice hasn't scored a free kick since. He actually hasn't scored a free kick.
Did he even score a free kick before that?
For West Ham, I remember he scored a couple for West Ham actually, but not to that extent. You could say, know what is iconic? There's literally T-shirts printed. Henry at the Bernabeu when he taps it past Rambo.
Oh yeah, no, Henry at the Bernabeu is
that might actually be their most iconic because they actually got to the final.
Henry in Paris as well was quite iconic as well. I found that quite iconic. You know, when he ran through it. Yeah, when he ran through on goal. Yeah, ran through on goal, missed numerous times. That was quite iconic. To be fair, I found that quite hilarious.
You know, it's another iconic moment because this was a good Inter team with I think Adriano, Zanetti and whatnot when they went to San Siro and slapped them 5-0. Henry again. I'll be real. Most of the Arsenal, they only probably have about, you can count on one hand the iconic moments they had. You could probably say
Arsenal,
Declan Rice.
What about Spurs? You reckon Spurs got any iconic moments?
Bale against Maicon. You know when he ran the pitch?
Lucas Moura.
Yes, against Ajax. Spurs don't have that much. You could say Dele Alli, Ericsson, and Kane against Madrid. They battered them at Wembley that night. In fact, that scoreline flatters to deceive because that should have been about 6-1. I think Barron will even admit that, depending on how old you are, Barron. But I remember watching that game. Spurs battered them at Wembley. Battered them. I think Ronaldo got a consolation goal. I think Ronaldo scored that game, but that shouldn't have been 3-1.
He did. He scored a tap in. I remember.
Yeah, that should have been more. Tottenham. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Actually, no, I could because Tottenham are good. Well, when I say good, they played good football under Poch. But...
Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter, bruv. You think I'm shameless as it now, bruv. You wait till I bump into a Chelsea fan and I tell him, and any City fan as well, 5 in a row, 21 league titles. You've been found guilty of cheating, mate. Your club's a cheating institution. Your history will always be remembered as tainted and asterisk next to it because you cheated and bought your way to the top. You never did it legitimately. Anyways, we went a bit off topic there. But
this is why I love streaming with you though, because I feel like we're always acting. You know, sometimes you get the generic streams. Oh, what do you think of the game? Previews, reviews. We actually dissect and go back and go back on things. So yeah. But back to us, bro.
Val versus Barca. I'll ban you, bro. I'll ban you from the chat, mate. Pan up.
Oh, do you know what I'd say about Chelsea? I'd say Chelsea have been on the receiving end of iconic moments. You've had quite a few as well.
So have we, to be fair. We've been on the receiving of quite a few, and obviously there was the R9 hat trick. We thingied. Messi, you know what I'm saying? Both Rome and Wembley, where he absolutely tore us a new one. Kaka one you mentioned.
So have we. Gareth Bale bicycle kick. Would you say Vinicius' goal when Van Dijk was stripping again? Would you say Vinicius' goal was?
Nah. I wouldn't say that's iconic. It's iconic because we take the piss out of Van Dijk and all that, and Trent. I don't think it's really iconic.
Gareth Bale's is iconic. Bicycle kick. I think that was the only second bicycle kick in the fan after Zidane, and even Zidane doing that.
Zidane wasn't a bicycle kick; it was a volley.
Sorry,
that was the one where it went up in the air for like 50 seconds, brother, and he just banged it on his foot.
Yeah. You know what? I think Bale, correct me, the Champions League finals, I remember, I think that's the first Champions League final. Actually, didn't Mandzukic score a bicycle kick in the Champions League final against Madrid? Or am I going mad?
Yeah, he did. You are right. Yeah, he did. He
scored a bicycle kick, innit? We've been on the receiving end quite a bit. I'll have to think of more, but we have, you know, what's
Messi's free kick. I know you end up winning the tie, but Messi's free kick.
Yeah, quality. Even when you watch it from like the ref view as well, it's mad. Do you know what I would say though? The biggest iconic moment, Chelsea fans will admit this, is Drogba's header. That was a tough. If you see the gap,
I agree. I agree. That's their most iconic. That moment's unbelievable.
That's prime Neuer as well. But you know, we diverted because I remember you saying David Hay is the best shot stopper you've seen in your lifetime. Here, I would say from when Neuer played you, I'd say 2011 to about 2016. That 5-year peak of Neuer, touchline, nothing went past him. Nothing. And
De Gea was better than him though in 2014 and 15. He's better than him in them seasons, and 2016 as well. He's better than all 3 of those
15,
years.
16, De Gea was probably the best.
I know 2014, the year 2014, he won the World Cup, so he got third in the Ballon d'Or.
Wasn't he injured for the final? or am I going mad?
No,
Or
he
did he
didn't,
play?
because I swear down, I'm pretty sure he fouled Messi and it should have been a penalty in the final. He kneed him in the face or something along those lines. Maybe it was Higuain saying along those lines.
Yeah.
And they didn't give a penalty for it, which is crazy. But it was 12-13, Kings. It was 12-13. But yeah, what you're saying. Well, I couldn't remember to the end of. Let's say Messi's ones are just ridiculous.
Yours is mainly Barca and Messi when you deep it.
As I'm saying, it's just Messi, bro. The header where he took the boot off, the boot come off when he landed or whatever. Yeah, and then the one where he just absolutely ripped everyone to shreds in the 2011 final.
There's a website, I forgot what it's called, but it literally has iconic, not even just moments, iconic images. So you see Ronaldo when he has the boots around his neck when he's won the World Cup, Brazilian R9. They've got a picture of that. There's one from United. It's gonna bug me. You know when you had two captains that hold up the Premier League? I think was it Giggs on one side and Neville on the other side. I'm gonna try and find a website and send it to you, but it's loads of iconic moments, bro. Ronaldo's haircut in that World Cup as well. Drogba, they've even got the Drogba disgrace thing. I don't know why you would want that on a t-shirt though. That's a bit weird, but yeah, I need to actually find I need to find a website. But yeah, in terms of keepers, obviously we use De Gea, but I think De Gea I would actually put De Gea in top 3 shot stoppers ever. I remember a game against Arsenal, they should have battered you. And if it wasn't for De Gea, bro, I think he made
he made the world record saves. Still
in that
game,
innit?
Yeah.
How Alexis Sanchez didn't get like a hat trick that game is beyond
all of them. How they all didn't score, I'll be honest.
Yeah. But no, back to Liverpool. Ekitike and Verts need to pattern up ASAP. I'll just say from now, I think you might disagree. I think we actually knocked City out of the FA Cup. And I say that to say this. When it's come to cup competitions recently with City, Champions League final 17-18, we knocked them out. Do you remember 21-22 when Thiago dropped a masterclass at Wembley? To be fair, they were tired. They played Madrid like 2-3 days before that. But anyway, I'm still taking a win. When it comes to cup competitions against City, we've actually done all right recent years. It's the league where they've normally had our number.
Mourinho, we were robbed though. We were robbed. Don't ever get it twisted. We were robbed this day because Skull scored a goal that was onside and it got ruled offside, and it's the most onside goal you can ever see. But Mourinho ran across the Old Trafford, didn't it, giving it the big one.
Do you know another game you got robbed and it stopped you winning the title? Drogba's goal out.
Yeah, Drogba's offside. Yeah, but there's I hear it, but I'm like, when people say that we got robbed of the title, it's like, yeah, we did. But a league title was 38 games, whereas a Champions League is just 1 or 2 off games.
Yeah.
It's like you have one off moment in that game. We should win that league anyways because they were cheated. They cheated in the league, so we should win the league anyways. We should have the champions. We should be the Premier League champions that year. So, anyways, but yeah, man, what happened with you lot yesterday? Because I actually fell asleep for the game because I watched our game and I went laid in bed. So I set up all night, bro. So I was sitting in my bed. I just fell asleep for an hour and a half. Woke up. I've got my Aka on. Right, so check my Aka. Como are losing at this point. I had Como my Aka. They ended up winning the game.
2-1. I had them.
Yeah, I got United. I think I had United, Barca, Liverpool, Como, and Betis, Celta Vigo both seem to score. Celta Vigo are 1-0 up away from home. And then Como, I'm thinking, I might cash out. I'll just leave it. I won't cash out. Como, I'm thinking, it's 1-1 Como. Richarlison goes and scores, and it completely messes man. So I think I end up winning. By the way, if Richarlison didn't.
Touchdown. Yeah. I'll give you because I'll speak to you off air, but I'll give you the biggest. You already know some of the known rules. Never bet on the early kickoff, whatnot. Never bet on your rivals. Do you know the amount of times I've bet on Okay, what was I going to say? The amount of times I've bet on Arsenal or City or United over the years. You lot have lost, and I should be happy, but I can't because I've lost money. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm saying. No, I hear that.
Because you should have been happy, but it's like, I've lost money. Never bet on your rivals.
Oh, I'm still happy. It was only a tenner. You know what I'm saying? Well, I technically 100 quid because it was a 10-1, and it would have won if Liverpool didn't concede in the last minute.
Liverpool were the only team to mess you up.
Yeah, Liverpool, literally a last minute winner, a last minute equaliser.
Let me tell you a bit of a story. Yeah, I'm like you. I don't. By the way, I don't do big deposit. And by the way, anyone watching this, gamble responsibly. That's the main thing I have to say, because YouTube can do for stuff like that. So gamble responsibly. But let me tell you a story, Touchline. Yeah, I had won Aka the week before from like a tenner. It was like a 33-1. I do long folds in it because I don't put a lot down, I have to like do a lot of folds here. But imagine this: 33-1. So I won 330. So the following week, I put 230 away, and I put £100 on a 9-1. So I would have won £1,000 back basically. Touchline. Do you know the game to let me down? And I went to the game. Do you remember when Armstrong lost his first game against Nottingham Forest and Hudson? I had a tenfold, 9 came through because you know what's mad? Remember that was a 3 p.m. kickoff. I had 4 games left that day. It's better to lose your ACCA by 2 games instead of 1. 1 is pain. I was hoping someone else lost later on that day. Liverpool were the only team to let me down. I was
crazy. And that's not a Forest at home as well. And you won like the first like 9 out of 10 games or something. What, 7 out of 8 games, something like that. And that was the one game, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, when the fun stopped. Big up everyone though. Smash the likes up. But yeah, man.
No, but let me quickly break down the game for you lot. So the 11, I was fine with. No, Frimpong for Salah. A lot of people that why Salah starting. Well, I'm not to be rude. You've seen his form recently. And Frimpong actually goes at his man. Rio had for me, Rio had a good game, but his end product needs to improve. And I know some people might say I'm a bit harsh, but if you're old enough, you're good enough. That hopefully that will come, but because he beats his man with ease. 7 out of 7 dribbles completed, by the way, against Porro, but there was a few shots where he should have probably hit the target. But anyway, back to the 11. For me, just play Konate.
Oh, look, someone's put Pedro Neto will not be banned for the second leg, and the Chelsea fans replied to it going, the bad news just keeps getting worse.
That's bad. That's bad. But I would have played Konate with Van Dijk, put Gomez or Frimpong right back. Maybe play Chiesa right wing, but the starting 11 I wasn't too disheartened with. But this is where it gets mad. Yeah, we went hell for leather with them, by the way, touchline from start to finish. But I'd say in the first 20 minutes we should have scored more. Szoboszlai's free kick for me wasn't a good free kick. Only reason why it went in because Vicario is pissed poor. But you see, second half touchline, he keeps Gakpo on. He puts Trey Anoni left wing. His lateral movement's not the best it is. He puts him left wing. How Gakpo and McAllister stayed on the pitch. Touchdown. I'm one of the Liverpool fans that have backed up McAllister for the longest. Off the ball, he's an accident waiting to happen now. Like I can't
see. I think he might be washed. You know, I thought he'd click into the back end of the season, maybe World Cup season and that stuff. But I think he might be washed.
Do you know? I don't think he's washed, but he's washed in the Premier League. That I would say because I think
he'd go to Serie A and he'd smash it, bro.
He would smash it. Or if he goes to La Liga, but bro, he's done now. He did a dribble, and me and George will speak about it. He got the ball and thought he was Messi. He got dispossessed.
You're right, you know. It does say Carrick on the ball. Aye, lads.
Did I say that or someone else?
No, look, someone's put that I'm a bugging Carrick, just drank Carrick water.
Yeah.
Crazy. Lads, I'm drinking Carrick water, drinking Liverpool tears. It's wonderful, mate. It's wonderful.
Crazy. But what I would say is second half, Slot got it wrong. Salah came on. Look, I've been saying how many weeks on this touchline? Use Salah as an impact sub. He actually came on and started to create chances, but Ekitike and Burks, bro, poor. Ekitike, we had a 4v2 overload on a counter. Ekitike, all he needed to do is pass it to Salah or Szoboszlai. The guy carries on running and just does the most weak shot into the keeper. And then we had one right at the end where he should have squared it again. But even Salah, to be fair, Salah had a chance where he put Rose Ed. But we've got a clinical issue at the moment. We've generally got a finishing issue at the moment. We're not ruthless enough. That West Ham game looks like it was an anomaly. Even when you check our wins touchline, yeah. When we beat Sunderland, it was a Van Dijk set piece. When we beat Forest, which me and you both agree that goal shouldn't have stood. But again, it was another like long cross. Was it a set piece free kick? Or actually, I think it was an open play cross, but the individual brilliance ain't brilliance in at the moment, bro. And that's as simple as that. African King, I must sort out. I'll sort out after the 3-0 loss against Forest. That was it. I was one of the last Liverpool to be sort out, but yeah, it was
big up Ashley, because I was supposed to this last week with you. So obviously we've all played the game. We all predict. What's funny? We all played this before. When I did it before. But I was going to do it with you. But obviously, last week you think obviously we've all played a game. I imagine you predicted United to beat Villa. Yeah. You predicted Liverpool to beat
No,
Tottenham.
I actually said 2-2.
Oh, you know, I saw on Twitter you said a draw, and then Chelsea. I imagine you predicted a Chelsea win against Newcastle.
Yeah, I said 2-1 Chelsea.
I said 2-1, and I changed it to 2-2. So ultimately, the only one that got right, the only one that didn't let us down was the United one. But I do want to do this right now. This is your predictions because I've done my predictions.
Do you know? Sorry to cut. You're gonna get mad when you carry on watching the rest of Midday Live. Don says, "Oh, third's not done. Third's still open." I said, bro, we all got onto him.
No.
Bro, United are finishing third, bro. They're the most consistent out of.
Bro, we're not even in the top 4 race anymore. Like genuinely, we're gonna blitz it. We've genuinely clicked into gear and just blitzed it.
You're like 6 points clear now or something, innit?
Bro, he's won 6 out of 6 home games. We've got 4 home games left. We win those 4 home games left, we're guaranteed third. That's 12 more points. We'll get third place.
See, this is what I mean, man. And Don keep saying, "Oh, you never know."
And we've got you lot, Forest, Brentford, and Leeds. So really, the only 2 games I'm looking at that potentially might not be a win is Brentford and not the Forest because they'll be low blocks. But I think we should win at least 3 out of our last remaining 4, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, I want to see your prediction. So we'll start with Chelsea. They've got Everton away next. I know Everton are terrible at home, but Chelsea.
Wait, is this prediction for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
I like stuff like this, right? Cool.
Yeah. So with Chelsea, Everton are their bogey team, but obviously that was at Goodison. But
I'm gonna go for a draw.
I would go for a draw as well, to be fair. So 1 point. Chelsea. Oh, they got City straight after that. All right, cool. So they got City United back to back. Crazy.
They'll draw again to City because I would have said. In fact, I think me and you both said a couple of weeks ago Chelsea will beat City. They're not good at home.
No, I
think
I said draw. I think I said draw. I think I would have said draw. But I think they've actually got more chance of winning now because I think City might be mentally checked out.
Yeah, I'm saying 2 weeks ago though, me and you were saying, when I finally admitted, it's Arsenal's. We both said, you know what, Chelsea probably lose that. Chelsea probably beat City at the bridge, but then I checked their home record. They've drawn their last 3. They're winless in their last 3 home games. Their last win was against West Ham, which was end of January.
And they were 2-0 down in that game, by the way.
Say that again?
They were 2-0 down in that game as well.
Exactly.
They scored last minute to win the game.
They're better away from home than they are at
They've
home.
won 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 now in the league.
Yeah.
And then the next game's Everton away and Man City at home and United. They could genuinely be a world where they go 1 win in 9 or something the next 4 games. United at home.
I know your record there's not the best, but I think you get your first win.
No, but our record against Chelsea is not bad. We've only lost them twice in 8 years, or 3 times in 8 years.
Wait, is it a lot of? No, but I mean at their place, I swear.
Yeah, at their place, there's been a lot of draws. We lost the last 2 times, but the context is Palmer scored
last minute
2 goals last minute to win the game, got a penalty. We win that game. We were going to win that game, anyways. We were 3-2 up, with minutes to go, and then madness happened. And last season, we played the Europa League final 3 days after that we played them at the bridge, and they won 1-0, and we scored a late goal of Cucurella. We literally just rotated the entire team because we were playing the Europa League final 3 days. We didn't want anyone to get injured.
Yes, I remember now. Yeah.
So yeah,
I think United beat them, so that's a loss.
What do you think we beat them?
I think you beat them. Yeah.
Brighton away. Brighton aren't that good this year, though. I think they've built up a bit of form recently. I think they've won the other day.
Chelsea win. I think Chelsea will nick that.
Forest at home.
Draw.
Same.
Forest have a decent record at the bridge.
Liverpool at home. Do you reckon a draw? I know they've got a terrible record at Anfield, but I'm starting to edge
good at Anfield, bro. They'll have FA Cup by then.
So will you, though. Maybe.
You know what? Lost to City, lost to United. Arsenal started the season. Draw. We're not good against the big 6 at Anfield this season.
Fairs. Tottenham at home.
Win.
They always
There's 3 things in life: death, taxes, and a Chelsea beat Spurs, bro.
Yeah,
they've got 1 win at the bridge in like 20 odd years, bro.
Sunderland away, last day of the season.
Because I think they'll have to, and Sunderland won't have much to play for. I think they'll win that game.
Right, cool, sweet. Bournemouth away, Man United.
Tight. I think 2. That's got 2-1
United. You think we're gonna win?
Yeah.
Refreshed. I thought we were going to draw. I thought you said tie.
No, 2-1 tight win. Tight win. It won't.
Leeds at home. Death, taxes, and Man United beating Leeds at home. That is 3 things certain in life. They haven't beat us in 15 years, by the way.
And the last win was Jermaine Beckford, FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously done. Brentford at home.
Win.
Liverpool at home.
You know what I really mean when I say draw. You know what I mean.
Sunderland away. We've got a good. I know it's like 10 years ago. We have got a good record at their ground.
I'm gonna say back-to-back draws for you lot, but you already have a buffer by then. But I think you draw that game at Sunderland.
Nottingham Forest at home.
Can we come back to this at the end of the season? By the way, this will be good to come back to.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest at home. Yeah. By the way, you've just predicted that the guy gets his haircut. By the way,
have it. Oh yeah,
yeah, because of 4 wins and then we've already won one.
1-1. Yeah, he'll get his haircut. Forest, they're fighting for that. Where is it?
At United. Oh, go. They don't score goals, bro. That's my thing. They're good defensively, but they just don't score goals.
Yeah, United win.
I just think we'll get a scrappy win 1-0.
I think you win your last 2. You win your last 2.
Yeah, I think we'll slap Brighton up on the last day.
Yes, sir.
The only ones I wouldn't be looking at as the away games. I think we'll beat Liverpool, and I think we'll probably draw to Chelsea and Bournemouth, most likely. And yeah, Liverpool, Brighton away next.
Lost. I think
you're gonna lose, bro. Is that next week? That is next week, isn't it?
This Saturday,
21st March, yeah, 12:30. Oh, early kickoff.
Exactly.
Lads, hate along. We'll be doing a hate along for that day. United are playing Friday, ain't we? We got the Friday kickoff. So yeah, that's great. That'll be wicked. That Fulham at home.
Beat them. I think we'll beat them.
Everton away. Draw. Palace at home. Your bogey team. You win.
I think we'll beat them, yeah. But there's about time. Sometimes in football, you're just due a win.
Aston Villa away. Second to last game.
I think we win both them games.
You think you win both them games, yeah? So you beat
you
only lose one more game at the end of the season. Well, 2, because you kind of said you'd lose at Old Trafford as well, but
do you know what? Actually, let me be honest with the prediction. Just do the United game a loss. No point me sugarcoating.
If you win that game, you still don't get Champions League football, by the way, according to your predictions.
I will.
No, so you wouldn't get third. Sorry, you wouldn't get third.
But remember, I said to you, said it side. I said United. You lot had third nailed on from weeks ago. I think. Aston Villa. This is where it's going to get dark because I think they go primarily draw.
I'm going draw. That's what I was thinking. Forest away. Draw.
Yeah.
Sunderland at home. I reckon win.
Yeah, I think they'll nick that.
Fulham away.
Draw.
Fairs. Tottenham at home.
They'll beat Spurs.
Burnley away.
Draw.
I think they'll win that, surely. Burnley away. They'll be relegated.
Burnley, they'll be gone by then. Yeah.
They're already gone now. Man City away last game of the season.
That will be done, draw.
So you've gone with Chelsea getting 6th, Liverpool getting 5th, Villa getting 4th, and United getting 3rd by 12.
Wait, is that how it's worked out?
Yeah.
Wait, go down. I need to change a few then because I think Villa drop out. Go to Villa's results. Let me go with what I originally thought. I think they'll draw at Burnley for some reason.
No, I would have just gone lost at City and then they would have finished below you.
No, but I think City aren't going to care. I said it on
Bro, you've gone United, to get 76 points. That's our second highest by.
Wait, did it still have Chelsea 6th?
Yeah. Bro, you look what you predicted for Chelsea.
No, I have to be honest. Right, wait, let's not finalize it yet. Go to Chelsea's results. Forest, Liverpool. Change the City draw to a win. I think City have checked out that.
No, now they're 4th. But obviously, this is just their same points as you, but obviously it's due to.
Do you know this could happen? This actually could happen. Leave it as that. Yeah, leave it as that. I think because there's no way I could have Villa in. I've said it to you for weeks. I think Villa finished 6th. So finalize that.
I think United gets 76 points. That's our second highest total post Fergie.
I think you'll fly because you need to remember Chelsea will they're getting knocked out to PSG. By the way, do you think they overturn against PSG?
No chance.
Oh, so they're getting knocked out to PSG, but I do think that they're going to beat Port Vale. They'll have FA Cup. I actually think Racina Mats to start Mats. Then again, actually, why would they prioritize FA Cup? If their board literally come out and said they don't want to prioritize
It's Port Vale anyway, so who cares?
Exactly. Chelsea will still have. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because there's no way Villa.
This might be true. You might have predicted United to get second without even realising it.
I swear.
Because 76 points is crazy.
Quickly, big up Melo Diaz all the time, yeah. But why do you think I'm a fraud? I'm interested.
I think he means it from your predictions. I don't know. Might be.
But
anyway,
you said it last week. So big up every time, though. Big up Melo.
Yeah, we'll talk a bit of Champions League because obviously that's tomorrow. Before we wrap up, what's it? We got. You think Chelsea are out, don't you? I think PSG slapped them, by the way, in the second leg as well. I think they're beating 3-1 at the bridge.
Actually, I'm the opposite to you. I think Chelsea win the 90 minutes, but PSG go through.
No.
I
tell you what I think will happen. This is how I think will happen. I think they'll score first, Chelsea. PSG will equalise, and then they'll realise we're fucked. Like, they'll probably be a 50-minute equaliser, and then they'll go, right, we're out. Like, we're out.
And PSG, this is what I mean. The Premier League would never do this. PSG have had a full week off because they got.
But when you say the Premier League would never do this, the Premier League have rescheduled games before. Let's not pretend they haven't. Like Crystal Palace every Sunday because they're in the Europa League.
To favour the Champions League, bro. PSG have had a full week off since the.
But it's because their game was on Sunday and they can't have a 2-day break. They can't have a 1-day break to play a game. It wouldn't have worked. Do you know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying, but no Reece James as well. That's fair.
I'm gonna go touchline. I'm gonna go 3-2 Chelsea. I think Chelsea win the 90 minutes, but obviously it's not enough. It's not enough. PSG will go through.
I'm going 3-1 PSG. I think they're gonna beat them.
Even in 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're gonna slap them. Rafinha's trash, mate. He's already losing his head. He's complaining about refs and all that. That Cole Palmer. By the way, I want your thoughts. You know when an attacker stamps on a defender's foot? No, that didn't happen with Cole Palmer, by the way. That didn't happen with Cole Palmer. But you know when a attacker stamps on a defender's foot in the box when he's got the ball, when the attacker has the ball, do you not think that's a foul and a penalty? Because the attacker's the one with the ball, right? He's got the ball. So the defender has to get the ball. The attacker goes to plant his foot, and the defender's put his foot in path of the attacker. So the attacker's now tripped up because you put your foot in path of the attacker. Just because he stamped on your foot doesn't mean it's a foul for you. Because for me, that's a foul for the attacker.
So when you say the attacker stamped on the defender's leg, that's obviously in the attacker's half, right?
What do you mean? I'm talking about in the penalty box.
Yeah, but is it in your team?
Yeah. Obviously, it's the defender's half and the attacker's.
So let's use Palmer, for example. Let's say Palmer stamped on Malik Chow in Chelsea's own half. You think that should be a penalty?
Right. So, for example, Palmer's got the ball.
Yeah.
He's trying to wiggle away from Malik Chow. Palmer gets ahead of Malik Chow, maybe a little drop on the shoulder. Yeah. Palmer goes to plant his foot on the floor, and Malik Chow sticks his foot out, and it stamps on Malik Chow's foot. For me, that's a penalty for Palmer because Palmer's going to stamp his foot and he's the one with the ball. Malik Chow has to win the ball. He sticks his leg out. He doesn't get anywhere near the ball and Palmer stamps in his foot. For me, that's a foul. Penalty. Because that's a penalty for Cole Palmer. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. But what I will say, Touchdown, I also think is smart because I think it's calculated. He's seen that he's about to plant his foot. And I don't think he even touches him. They barely even touch each other. It's just a clash of foots, maybe. I don't know. Personally, I'm just saying for that example, like because I see a lot of people say this guy is just stamped on the defender. Like, there's one with Villa fans love doing it. That Bruno got a penalty years ago, and the still image is Bruno stamping on the defender's foot. But what they don't show is Bruno's got the ball, and the guy's gone behind him, is from behind him, and tried to win the ball, and he's missed the ball, and Bruno stamped on his foot. It's a penalty for Bruno because the guy has to win the ball. You know, a similar situation happened the other day with Gordon and Chalobah. Do you remember?
Yeah, that was justice, anyways. Because that was a clear penalty. That one at St James's Park.
I disagreed at the time, but then I watched it back, and it is a penalty. Wait, what was the score of that game, by the way?
2-2 in it.
Where was it? St James's.
Yeah, they were 2-0 up. No.
Yes. It was 2-2 in it. Yeah, I remember. But yeah, in terms of the rest of the results, I think so. You've gone with a PSG 3-1. I've gone with a Chelsea 3-2, but we both agree PSG go through. I think the same thing with City. I think City win 3-1.
City going to lose.
You know what I actually think happens? Do you know what I think happens, touchdown, yeah?
Wrong.
And Mbappe's apparently back. I think City go 3-0 up. Everyone starts thinking, could it happen? And I think Real Madrid just do the most Real Madrid thing, last minute. In the grand scheme of things, it won't be the consolation. It'll be a consolation for the 90 minutes. But in terms of the whole tie, Real Madrid go through 4-3 on aggregate.
I think Madrid do them home and away. I think they beat him now away. I always thought they would beat him in the way leg potentially with Mbappe coming back.
I realise you're not rating Chelsea or City in it. You just think Madrid and PSG.
I think they're up, bro. They're doing this whole Twitter gimmick of remontada and all this stuff. Yeah, all for that Kylian Mbappe over that high line. Crazy, mate. Yeah, good luck.
This is what makes, I know as a United fan, you might find this hard to admit, but this is what makes our comeback against Barca so special, because when we done it, there was also a way goal. I know, obviously, if Dembele makes it 4-0, I still don't think, well, by logic, though, if Dembele makes it 4-0, we would actually go to extra time because we actually won 4-0. But when we did it, there was also a way goal. So if Barca scored, remember, Barca tweeted at halftime. I don't know if I tweeted at the time, surely we get one goal. Like, they literally tweeted at halftime, surely we get one. Barron might remember, obviously, being their rival. So if Barca scored, we wouldn't have only had to score 4. We would have had to score 5. The things where Chelsea and City are a bit fortunate is, like, me and you spoke about it last week with away goals. It's like an away goal is like a goal and a half. If City, if Real Madrid or PSG scored 1, Chelsea and City would have to score 4 to even bring it.
But the differences are, though, anyone that used that scenario, the difference is, firstly, Chelsea are nowhere near as good as that. Neither is that City team. This City team better than that Liverpool team. That Liverpool team is ridiculous. And secondly, Real Madrid are not going to be Barcelona and go to the Etihad 3-0 up and try and play them off the park like Liverpool, Barcelona tried to do to you. They're going to just sit back. They're just going to sit back and soak up pressure and try and beat them. And then PSG, as I say, Chelsea are not a good team anyways. PSG are just so good. They're going to go to the Stamford Bridge and play them off the park themselves and beat them. They will beat them. For me, I think they'll beat. I think both teams will lose.
I'm going City and Chelsea to win the 90 minutes, but PSG and Madrid won't care because they'll both go through. I think 3-2 for Chelsea. I'm going to go 3-1 for City, but City is going to hurt even more because I actually think they go 3-0 up. I think they blitz Madrid, and then Mbappe or Vinny will just put the dagger in them, and 4-3 on aggregate for Madrid, but they'll lose 3-1 on the actual night. What other English team? Actually, let's quickly do Bodo and Sporting. Again, I think Sporting, big up UK every time. I think Sporting win the actual game.
I'm going to answer this question in a minute, Twisted, because I wanted to answer that. I completely forgot about that, so bless up, bro. But what did you say about Sporting and Bodo Glimt? Did you say? I
think 3-1 Bodo Glimt. But again, similar to what do you know what? I think
Sporting are already through, though, aren't they? They're 3-0 up.
Bodo
are already through. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think with a lot of these second legs, the teams that did enough first leg, I don't actually think they win the 90 minutes because they don't have to. I just think they'll
I disagree, man. I just think you can't go in with that mentality because you will end up losing.
You're right.
You can't. Chelsea are such a bad team. Honestly, they're a mess. They're honestly a mess. Like Maresca, I said it when he sacked him. I said he got so much out of that squad. He got them to a point where they thought they could challenge for a title. That squad is so mid. It's so average. Right. Yeah, Cole Palmer's he's looking awful in a minute. João Pedro's good, to be fair. But again, they got Neto, Garnacho, Gittins, and all that as their wingers. But their squad's so I just think PSG are going to beat them 3-1. 3-1. Man City will lose 3-2 to Real Madrid.
You think Man City put more of a fight in it than Chelsea?
Yeah. I think Man City might. I think Chelsea will score first, probably, most likely. But again, bro, I can't trust Chelsea centre backs in 90 minutes, bro. Against that PSG press as well, no chance.
With no Reece James now as well
no Reece James, and he's their captain.
One thing with Reece James, there's a few players that can do something out of nothing. Like, cool. When I say Cole Palmer, I don't mean this season, but like overall, Cole Palmer, his first season was doing stuff out of nothing. Actually, why am I saying Kaiser? How dare I? Mainly only 3 players. João Pedro can score out of nothing. Palmer on his day can. But Reece James is the guy that can put in that amazing cross. Or Reece James is also that guy that can maybe score from a free kick or score a long-range shot. They don't have that player as it stands.
And he's just quality. And he's just different quality. Just different level.
he's off the hook. Who do you think's better quickly, him or Hakimi? As a right back, it's tough. It is a tight one.
No, but like Hakimi's more what I like because I like a rabbit that bombs up and down. But Reece James is a more complete footballer. Like he can play in midfield. He is a better defender than him as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Crossing at the ball, they're both very good. I'd argue Reece James is a better crosser of the ball, but Hakimi bombs up and down. So Hakimi could just play a simple pass because he'll get more assists than Reece James and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. No, I reckon Arsenal beat. I wouldn't even do a prediction, but I think we both predict Arsenal beating Leverkusen, right?
Yeah, I understand the hot take. What I will say though,
especially after they even
scored last minutes because they would have earlier game.
Yeah, it was terrible. It's terrible.
No, but Leverkusen should have got at least 2 or 3 goals, bro. That Cavani.
Same with Galatasaray against you lot, by the way. Should have had more goals.
But then you could argue first 20 minutes again. If Wirtz could flip and strike a ball properly, if Ekitike could be clinical, we had chances as well. But because I know you got to go soon, let's try and whiz through them. Yeah. Sporting. So, what do you think of the Sporting?
No, I was just going to do English teams, but I reckon Bodo go through. I'm going to Bodo go through. Newcastle, Barca.
3-1 Barca. I think Newcastle did well, but I can't. That last minute penalty just took the wind out of their self. You know what? If Newcastle went 1-0 up, I think there's a difference. I still think they still get knocked out. But if Newcastle went 1-0 up, I think they take Barca to extra time. But if that Barca 1-1, Barca win this 3-1. I'll say
I just think Barca slapped them up, bro.
4-2
Newcastle already got the red carpet out when they played them at St. James. Imagine what happens when they go to the new camp. Yeah, Lamine Yamal ain't gonna have a quiet game back to back, is he? Let's be honest. You play in one leg, you might have a quiet game, but back to back, doubt it.
Back to back, mad.
Again,
What you're gonna say about Liverpool and Gala? You'll probably want to go that 1-1. Gala to go.
So that fucking Tottenham result spun my head because I was gonna go 3-1 Liverpool, but I didn't realize it was that bad.
Do you know what? I can't give a straight up prediction for this.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say now, chat. Yeah, until you touch on. We see all the other games. I can give a prediction. This is literally who scores first. If Galatasaray score first, this ends 1-1. If we score first, I agree with you, touchdown. I think we end up winning this 3-1 because I think the floodgates will open. Because as much as Anfield has been poor this season, I've been to many games this season. We're very quiet. We're going to get behind it. We're going to try and make it hostile for them. And if we get the first goal, we'll put 3 past them. It will end up being 3-2 on aggregate, in my opinion.
I'm going to go with...
Osterman will score, though. Osterman will score. He didn't score. I said he'll score first leg, and he didn't. We did. That ball should have stood, by the way, touchdown. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that. Someone
said interfering in play wasn't that... He didn't really interfere like that. Like, he wasn't offside as well. So, again, we got fortunate. But then even
I'll go 3-1. I'll go 3-1 Liverpool.
I think 3-1 as well. I think we score first.
Again, I agree with you. Yes, I just don't know. I don't trust Liverpool. They're terrible.
And if I'm telling you, do you know why I think they go through? If Galatasaray score first, not only they're 2-0 up on aggregate, the pressure starts to mount on us. And Anfield does this thing, when we're under the pressure, it can go 2 ways. We either get behind the team and it erupts like Barca, or we just... I might
go Galatasaray right now because there's no real... You need to have a shock. There's always usually a shock. And there's going to be no shock this week. You
say Bodo's the shock, though?
No, because I think everyone predicted them to beat Sporting. I predicted them to beat Sporting. Bodo was a shock against Inter.
Yeah, you're right. I think we've done all the games now.
No, because it's still Tottenham Atletico.
Do we really have to do that?
Who do you think is going to win? No, also, who do you not think is going to win the second leg? Because that Spurs of the ground. I do think
90 minutes. I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to go 2-2. Oh, yes. Actually, we do go through. It won't be pretty. 3-1. Big up UK. Or whoever said it in chat. Gala have no fans. It's going to be 60,000 just Liverpool fans, which will make it even more. Because the difference is when we lost to Atletico Madrid, when we lost to PSG, the ultras are mad that Atletico Madrid and PSG fans. In fact, Atleti fans and PSG fans at Anfield touchline, and this is embarrassing to say, you can hear them more than our fans. If you've got 6, because apparently we're not even going to vacate that bit. We're going to fill that bit with Liverpool fans. So 60,000 Liverpool fans. Yeah, but I think we'll go through.
now. Yeah, I'm going to go Atleti win. My opinion, I think Atleti will beat Spurs home and away. They'll deal with them.
The score will be? I'm going 2-2 draw, which will be fine for Atleti.
2-1 Atletico Madrid.
Touchdown. I'm going to flip-flop quickly because we ain't spoken Spurs. I think they stay up now. I think we put the battery in their pack because they got better.
No chance. They'll come back straight back. When they lose to Forest next week, all you've done is delay the sacking of Igor Tudor. That's all you've done. They've got to play Forest at home. If Forest beat them next week, you're going to change your mind again. Trust me, lads. We still listen. I told you they've got Villa away, Chelsea away, and stuff. Bro, Nottingham Forest will beat them. Do you know what I'm saying? Nottingham Forest will beat them. We're going to get onto this one because obviously there's a discourse right now about who should get player of the season. Apparently, according to Arsenal fans, you have to win the league to get player of the season. Yet Thierry Henry got player of the season twice and didn't win the league in both those seasons.
We've had a few players get
Salah's had it numerous times and didn't win it.
Exactly.
Van Dijk had it and didn't win it. Van Dijk got it that season, didn't he? This 18-19, he didn't win the league that year.
You know, I get confused though. Is this Premier League player of the season or because Henderson won one of the years as well? So
PFA player of the year, I think they're doing.
Yeah, so there's Premier League or PFA. So these lot speaking about PFA. For me, there are five candidates, and it's the chat agree. Bruno Fernandes, I agree, is one. Gabriel, David Raya. I don't think Declan Rice should win it.
David Raya should never get it.
No, he's been quality for them.
No, not as a goalkeeper. I'm not even. David De Gea is the only goalkeeper I've ever seen in my life. It should potentially be in that conversation, and even then, I wouldn't say De Gea.
For me, cool. My top three then are Rice, Bruno. Yeah, literally what Ahmed said. Rice, Bruno, Gabriel. Szoboszlai, honourable mention, but he's not done enough. No one from Chelsea's team for me deserves a mention. I'd say Szoboszlai. You know what I will say? If Bruno breaks this record, which I think he can, he's on 16.
I think he's breaking it now. I think he's going to break it. I didn't think he would at first. I think he breaks it. He's got 5 more assists with 8 games left. And he takes set pieces. And Casemiro is banging headers in for fun. He's going to break that set record.
I can't believe I'm serious, but
the world goes in cycles. Everything has to be equaled. That's their sacrifice to win the league. On Reed's record, they sacrifice on Reed's record. They get their Premier League title. That's what happens. That's when their sacrifice. He's going to break that record.
You know what? I agree with you, touchline. I think he gets bang on 21, and you know what? That's enough to win. If you break the all-time assist record in the league, Bruno's. But look, I'm not his biggest.
That record's been there since 2003, by the way, hasn't it? 2003.
Yeah, since 2003.
23 years.
De Bruyne matched it, but he didn't.
He should have broke it though. He should have broke it. He got the record. No, he got 20, but he should have had 21 because there was an assist he got against Arsenal, which the Premier League used in a compilation of 100 assists, but he didn't get counted as an assist. He should actually have 21 assists in that season.
That's actually crazy. But look, I'm not Bruno's biggest fan, but at the same time, I'm objective. So back to what was the original comment?
It was who do you think gets player of the year?
Did he say Bruno as well?
Yeah, he says with no bias, I've got to say Bruno.
You know what? I agree. And
I think he's definitely in the conversation. I personally only give it to players that win the league, but ultimately that's not that's been the president of it. Isn't my president. The president of it is what they've done over the last couple of years. And a lot of times players have won it without winning the league. Like we won the treble and David Ginola won it. However, I'll just say on this.
Wait, David Ginola won it?
Yeah, he won it the year. Yeah. Beckham got second in the Ballon d'Or. That's why I don't pay attention to these shit awards, bruv. Cole Palmer got nominated for PFA Player of the Year last season. He was dog shit. Yeah, he also got 8th in the Ballon d'Or. That's why I don't pay attention to any of these awards because they're all based off PR and based off aura and fun. When people sit there and say Scholes never got nominated for the Ballon d'Or, that shows how thick everyone else is then because the geezer's clear of every midfielder that's ever played in this country. Never mind the Gerrards, the Lampards who all got voted for Ballon d'Ors. Even Bruno's probably been nominated for a Ballon d'Or, right? Yeah, and Bale won it in 2013. You see what I'm saying? And who was the best player that year? Who was? That's what I'm saying. Come on, mate. Oh, I didn't even know that.
Bale won PFA Player of the Year in 2013.
Bale won PFA Player of the Year, and Van Persie carried us to a league title.
Over Van
Persie carried us to a league title.
That's mad.
He's got a hat trick to win us the league. He's got the win. He's got away at Anfield. He's got the winner at the Etihad. He's got an equaliser at the Emirates. These are all big goals, bro. But because Gareth Bale has scored a few goals where he skipped past a few players and 30-yard screamers and finished, fourth or fifth. Yeah, great. For me, I think...
Percy get that season? 30, innit? Premier League goals.
I think got 30 in all times. I think got 25 in the league. No, Gareth Bale was nowhere near Van Persie that year, mate. No way near him. No way near.
Van Persie literally won them a time. He had a Salah season last season.
Basically, he scored a winner at Anfield, a free kick in the last minute, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He won Young Player and Player Fair Player of the Year. That's what I'm saying. And another one for these awards, by the way. This is how bullshit they are. I'll give you another reason. Haaland won the treble. He won Player of the Year that year, but didn't win Young Player of the Year that year. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? He got nominated for the Young Player of the Year, didn't win it. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? These awards, awards are stupid. But on these awards, I will say, my personal thing is I only give it to people that win the league.
I agree with that. So you know what?
They don't do that. So if they're not going to do that, then Bruno best get it because Rice hasn't been better than Bruno this season.
Facts. And you know what, Touchline? I agree with you. The only way a player wins the award, but their team that win the league, if they do something unprecedented. So
on that, yeah, bro, they're saying what's it called? He's playing 40 games a season. But then when I go and speak to Arsenal fans about the top 10 greatest Premier League players of all time, and I say, yeah, but Thierry Henry, he never scored in the final. They go, yeah, but it's just Premier League though. Well, if it's just Premier League, then why are you bringing up the fact Bruno Fernandes is only playing 48 games a season? Because they're all playing the same games in the Premier League. They all play 38 games in the season. So where's the contradiction? I thought it's just Premier League. So if you just go off by that logic, it's just Premier League. He has been the best player in the Premier League this season.
For me, it's one of two. For me, if Bruno breaks the record, give it to Bruno. If he doesn't, Gabriel. For me, Gabriel's been Arsenal's best and most important player. The reason why
he's been better than him this season, I think.
You know what? That's a shot. But the only reason why you know what, actually touching, because I've always said he's the better centre back. He's got the highest ceiling. But the reason why I'd give it to Gabriel, you know, everyone keeps saying, to be fair, they scored the second most goals from open play. But you know, at the start of the season, there was this narrative, all they do is score corners and 1-0s and that. Gabriel is literally a corner for Gabriel is like a penalty. I just think he's been so crucial in them getting points and whatnot, and last minute headers and this, that, and other. So I think if Bruno doesn't break it, for me, Gabriel's been Arsenal's best. Saliba's been the better centre back, but I think overall, if you take everything into account, because remember, there's been games Saliba was injured, I swear, for like 2 or 3 games, and Gabriel he's had more different partners this season. So for me, it's Gabriel or Bruno. They're my top 2.
Yeah. What's it called? Just before I wrap up, it is player voting and it is done too much. That's what I'm saying. These awards, they're booky to me, but I don't really pay much attention. That's why I'm not really caring about it. It would be funny to see Bruno get it because I think Arsenal fans are going to meltdown. But ultimately, I don't really care, bro, because Henry won it when he didn't win the league and stuff like that. So for me, that again, it is what it is. For me, I personally also people that sit there and go, oh, but bare of his assists are set pieces. Bruv, I've got football in my eyes. I watch him put it on a plate week in, week out without it being a set piece and they miss it. If assists are also based off, assists are also based off the other player scoring the chance right there. But so the other player still has to score the chance. He put Sesko clean through on goal and Sesko played it across to Ahmad and completely misplaced the pass. He should have just shot himself and he would have scored and he would have got another open play assist. So the whole point of the corner thing doesn't make sense because I'm like, even if you take out corners, the reason why Declan Rice to me shouldn't get a stick for it, but Saka gets a stick for it is because Saka's main creative ability is his set pieces. Whereas Bruno is good without set pieces creatively as well. And with set pieces, he's good. So he's good both sides.
Because Saka doesn't really get a lot of open play assists. Like you said, they're normally corners or it might be a free kick that he whips in. Where Bruno, like prime example yesterday, that ball to Cunha.
Oh, it's ridiculous. First timed it as well.
Exactly. Quality ball. But yeah, man, that in terms of do you know why I think they might give it to Rice though? And someone in the chat kind of said it, yeah.
Yeah, they will because English player.
And and they loved giving it to an English player, bro. And wait, who's the last English player to even win it?
This one is voted by players, though. I'm pretty sure, no. So he might.
True.
I guess we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, ultimately, I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not going to sit here and go, "Oh, Bruno's better than this guy" because he got PFA Player of the Year. For me, Bruno Fernandes is still. But yes, they gave it to Foden. For me, Bruno is still the best player in the country, regardless if he gets some shitty award that I don't care about. He'll get team of the season. Definitely get team of the season. I don't think that's a debate. And yeah, Bruno for me, he's going to break the record.
Let's do that show in a couple of weeks because obviously there's a lot that will play out. You still got Carabao Cup final, FA Cup. You still got the Premier League running, top 4 run and whatnot. But let's do that show. Right now, as it stands, my midfield 3 is Rice, Bruno, and Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai has to be in there.
Right back though. That's what I'm saying. Same with Reece James playing in midfield. It's like he's not played.
You're right, actually. But then he has played in the middle. I need to actually check how many games has he started right back more than he. I think it might be level, because he started a lot of games at right back. But then there was a period, the winter period, he started a lot of games midfield. Frimpong was going right back. Conor Bradley was right back for a minute. Joe Gomez played a few games right back. But overall, if we're doing the best 3 midfielders, it has to be Bruno, Rice, and Szoboszlai.
No, I hear it.
I'll have to wrap up one more free kick, he would have broke because he leveled Beckham with 4 free kick. I see the graphic today. If he scores one more, he's got 5 free kicks in a season, the most in a Premier League season.
Yeah, fair. So for me, anyways, I don't really care about these awards, to be honest with you. For me, the team awards are way better. As I said, Paul Scholes is a prime example, and that David Ginola winning in 99 was hilarious. I think Scott Parker won it one year, no?
Big up Hassam every time, but Hassam always used when it comes to Gerrard.
Yeah, because it suits his Gerrard debate, but in general, he then cried about the Ballon d'Or when Salah didn't win it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't care about these awards, bro. They're bullshit. Cole Palmer got 8th in the Ballon d'Or. He got 8th in the Ballon d'Or. He's been dog shit since about November 2024, and he got 8th in the Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's why, Touchline, you've got to be fair with these things because you can't say in one breath Paul Scholes never hardly made it team of the season, whatnot. But then when Salah doesn't win
team of the season, Scholes made it a lot of times. That it was the Ballon d'Or thing. He's never been
World 11 and whatnot.
Yeah. Some bullshit like that. Even then, bro, I don't really care about. I just don't care about it stuff, bro. I watch football with my own eyes, bro. I don't make my opinion judged off other people's opinions.
Exactly.
I make my opinion of judging it. I can see Bruno Fernandes is clearly the best player in the league, but I can also agree that I would go with Saliba or Rice because they are the best players in the best team and they're going to win the league. If Bruno Fernandes wins the league next season and is the best player in the league, and the best player in the team, he deserves it. It doesn't matter if someone's better than him, if Cherky clicks into gear, and also open play-wise, bro, this guy, almost every year, he's in the top 3 for the most chances created, big chances created, expected assists. It's about time now that he started getting a few assists go his way because he should have way more assists. He's actually got 100 goals, 100 assists for Man United now. So
I see the graphic. Do you know what Touchdown? Yeah, he's not my type of player, but this is how you know I'm fair. Yeah, when I actually go through,
this is true.
When I go through all the top teams, I think Morgan Rogers, I rate him, but he's getting overrated now because if he carried on the form from the start of the season, he would have had a shout. But he's fell off a cliff. No one in City's had a better season than Bruno. Liverpool,
because Haaland's fallen off a cliff as well.
Exactly. Some fans, I'm not one of these fans, by the way, Touchdown before you go mad, but some fans would make a case Szoboszlai could have been as good as Bruno. I disagree with that.
No chance.
No one in Arsenal's been as good as Bruno, and no one in Chelsea's been as good as Bruno. I'm trying to think of the other teams, maybe honourable mention. No one in Newcastle's had a good season at Bruno. Brentford, no one. Some people say Igor Thiago just because of his goals, but
I've got a bounce, by the way. Literally got
he's gone over time.
Well over time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. But yeah, man, for me, he's better than all of them. And if he does win it, I am gonna just try and be shameless and run some nasty propaganda because ultimately, if everyone does this whole PFA Player of the Year award, for me, it's bullshit. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I guess we'll see, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I guess we'll see. I'm going live on Judge Mo's channel, lads. So make sure you lot are over there. We're going to go. Well, there's no Liverpool fan on there. I don't know why he hasn't got Donna Sam on because I would have absolutely fried that guy. But unfortunately, we're going to be going there. I think it's going to be more, objective. And yeah, big up, lads. I am on the catch up as well after that. So bless up, Roms. Bless up, bro. Let's show, man. We're back Thursday. 3 p.m.
You got a double whammy this week, man, to make up for that. Big up.